audio de Johnson. Vamos empezando.
Very good game, bounce back game, coach. First things first, congratulations. And second, how do you feel about the new imports, the new signings, and how is the dynamic of the team with these new players?
Well, those guys come in. I most of all I noticed Philip.
Yeah.
Boy, he obviously had to pick there at the end. He made some plays. The other guys, Marquise, I saw him in there doing a good job. We tried not to just say, hand them a job. They got to earn it, And then you got guys like Cancinos who's trying to keep them off the field, which is good. That's competition brings the best out in everybody. But I thought they're blending in good. They're doing a good job. We only had really we had 2 days with Marquise and one practice with Ryan and Philip, and yet they both they went in there and they played hard and did a good job.
And by the way, we have the new guys, but we also have the old guys. How do you think about the performance of Edu Molina, player of the game, Cancinos, Andy Vera with the pick? Great game for the Spanish guys. What do you think?
The Spanish guys are the heart and soul of this team. I mean, sure, we have some really positive import players that make a difference. Guys like Willie and Luke and all the guys. But the heart and soul and the character, I told our team last week, is the toughness and the passion of our Spanish players, of our homegrown. Everybody outside of our team and our organization downplays the football in Spain. And these guys are playing with a chip on their shoulder and showing that football in Spain is pretty damn good and pretty damn important, and played pretty damn well by some pretty damn good football players.
Week 10, and you're still, this is no fluke after week 10, and your first year at franchise.
I never thought it was a fluke after week 1, be honest with you, but we expected this. We talked to our players about believe it, expect it, and make it happen. And they're the ones that go out week in and week out and make it happen. But the expectation was that we were going to win this year. I told Jaime in the interview process, and he thought I was nuts. But and I told these players, I mean, I didn't come here to just be on vacation and have a good time. And they get upset with me, I'm sure, because I grind on them pretty good sometimes. But, I love them to death, and couldn't be more proud of them.
How do you manage not only the playbook, but the expectation and the hype inside the dressing room in these last 4 weeks that you have ahead of you?
Well, we just talk every week about being 1-0. That's our focus right now is to be 1-0 next Saturday. That's all we're looking at. Try to be 1-0 this week. Prepare to be 1-0. That's all we can do. If we start looking too far down the road, that's when you don't see the big pothole in the road and you blow a tire. So we just want to be tunnel visioned, laser focused, be 1-0, try to be 1-0 next week against the Hamburg team who's playing a lot better.
Yeah, Coach, a new great victory, congrats. But I want to ask you about the faults on both sides, defensive and offensive. What happened on this?
On what?
About the faults.
The counting.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they called one on Steve down there. I don't want that for my team. I don't want our players to do that. I take great pride in running a first-class organization and a first-class team. We can't let our emotions get out ahead of us. It's an emotional game. Stuff happens. We can't do that. We backed off of a lot. They had many more than we did, obviously. But it was, from that standpoint, it was an ugly game on both sides.
Was there any reason for that?
I think we had pent-up frustration from last week. They have frustration because they were down. It's an emotional game. It just is. I want to say stuff happens, and it does. You don't excuse it. You address it. Because it's costly. In a close game, kicking off from 15 yards deeper can be really hurt you. So, it's. I don't want to tolerate that.
Sí, es por orden.
Well, Coach, all we know, this is a winter game, really, and there we play in holidays, no? We play in summer. Did you play one game like this with this weather, this hot, like today?
Well, in the Southeast where I've done a lot of coaching and Coach Mack has, and Ray in Texas. I mean, it's 95 in the fall. In September, you're playing in 95 degrees, but it's 95% humidity. So it's actually worse than this because of the humidity, and you just can't breathe. So yeah, this is difficult. I coached at the University of Arizona. It's in the desert. Played a number of games in 100-degree weather, and it's not fun. I worry about the players, but you know, we did a good job of teaching them how to hydrate, and they did a good job of responding.
Really good.
Thank you so much, coach. It's a
Thank you so
pleasure.
much, coach.
Pardon me?
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
We're done. Thank you so much, coach.
Okay, you need cappuccinos?